Hi everyone, it's Morgan Templar and I'm here with my first ever video product review. But I bought the coolest whiteboard. Yes, I'm a little bit of an office kind of geek. I love my office supplies, but this whiteboard is truly awesome. So this is the USA Creative Space whiteboard. It's a 36 by 48. It's two-sided and it rotates, and I'll show you that function in just a moment. But it's perfect. These assembly instructions are hilarious. They have a great sense of humor. The coolest assembly instructions you've probably ever read and followed is what it says. Don't worry, I've got you covered. Let the fun part begin. And it was actually easy to assemble. This board came completely clean. There were no dents, dings, or any mishaps at all. It is a very large box, which requires two people to carry it carefully. Ours was delivered by OnTrack, and so we let our OnTrack person know yesterday that it was going to be on their load today, and so she was ready and had the right configuration of her van to get it to us safely. And it did come safely. It was very well packed, very well buffered, good styrofoam, strong tape, good box. There was absolutely no issue. We got a hilarious email from them yesterday saying that it's been rushed on the special USA Creative Space jet to us and it'll be here tomorrow. Very funny. A lot of really good sense of humor. But beyond just the fact that they're a fun company, I wanted to kind of show you a little bit about this board. So I have a lot of different colors of markers here you can see on my tray. I thought it would be kind of fun to see what they look like on the board itself. So every word really is a different color. None of the markers come included, but this selection of things up here does. The magnets, the ruler, and the eraser. It also came with some of the black grid line tapes, but I don't use those, so I did not include those on my board today. But the only thing that I don't like about this board, and I will tell you this right up front, is this tray is actually plastic. Everything else is super solid, steel, easy to put together. We actually stuck the side of the tray down with a little bit of two-sided tape on both sides just to make sure that it would actually stay down. It has a really great release lever right here, which is kind of what holds it solid here in the middle. The board itself can be lifted off of the stand. It's not connected, but it has a really solid ratchet type connector on both sides, and it's designed so that one person can flip it over, and I'll just show you that now. So I'm going to loosen this here, and then I'm going to release this piece in the middle, and then you can see it just freely floats over, and I have not written anything on the back side. But to put it back in here in the middle, I just pop that spring-loaded item down, and then I can tighten it up. And you can see that's pretty easy to do. It writes really well. It erases pretty clean. I'll just put it back here, and then you can kind of see what I mean by that. The ratchet pieces are plastic inside, so you want to be careful that you're not over torquing this or trying to force the turn if you haven't loosened it. Putting it together was really easy. Everything was machine screws. I do have a couple of hacks that we came up with, like putting this thing on, but starting by centering the bottom screw on the screw hole, getting that started, and then slide it on so you don't have to try to figure out how to get your pieces put together properly and match up those holes. And the other thing is it has hanging clips, so you could hang it from the wall, and I don't want mine hung from the wall, and so when I turn it, those were sliding and making a racket, so we put a little bit of electrical tape over them on the side here just to hold them in place, and that just kind of keeps them from sliding around, but then they're usable later if I decide that I want to use it that way. But anyway, it's a freaking awesome board. It erases really well. I'll just erase it here, and you'll see my darker color, this blue, leaves a little bit of ghosting. That is, you know, they say all boards leave a little ghosting sometimes. That's an older marker that I pulled out of my bag, and so it did leave a little bit of ghosting, but looks like most of these other colors are coming off pretty well. It's not the world's best eraser, this little magnetic one that it came with. If I switch here to my regular Expo eraser, it erases pretty well. Again, the dark color there is a little bit of ghosting. You probably can't see on the video. I can see it here, but everything else came off really clean. That dark is still there. but I do have some whiteboard cleaner. Not my first rodeo. And if I just spray that on there, it wipes right off. So it cleans really easily. The little bit of ghosting that it left, like I said, from that older marker is just coming right off with the little bit of spray. And there you have it. It's really awesome. So this is the USA Creative Space 36 by 48 whiteboard. 5 stars, absolutely 5 stars. Awesome board. Hope you enjoy it and buy one today.